cold hampers rescue after Quebec old people's home fire. Canadian emergency crews are battling freezing temperatures to locate about 30 old people missing since a fire destroyed their nursing home. Officials confirmed that 8 people had died in Thursday's blaze, and crews were struggling in temperatures of -21°C in the town of L'Île-Verte. The ruins of Residence du Havre have collapsed and are frozen over with a thick layer of ice from fire hoses. Many of the missing used wheelchairs or walking frames. The deadly fire broke out about 0:30 local time 5:30 GMT on Thursday. Preserve victims. Several fire departments were called to the town, 225 kilometers 140 miles east of Quebec City, to help extinguish the fire, which was fanned by strong winds. Emergency crews were able to save about 20 of the home's 52 residents, at least 13 of who were treated at hospital. The Quebec Provincial Police told reporters on Friday that 3 teams of police and firefighters were searching the debris in 45 minute shifts. In order to minimize their exposure to the cold, using tools that produced steam to melt the ice coating the ruins. Lieutenant Guy Lapointe said the steam would allow the teams to melt the ice and preserve the integrity of possible victims. But officials have not confirmed more than 8 deaths, saying they wanted to determine how many people were in the building at the time of the fire. Investigators have begun searching for the cause of the blaze, and say they have not ruled anything out. Police are asking for anyone with photos or videos of the fire to contact investigators. Most of the residents were over 75 years old, and 37 were over 85 years old. Many were infirm and suffering from Alzheimer's disease, and only 5 were fully mobile and autonomous. L'Île-Verte's acting mayor Jeanette Caron told reporters on Thursday. L'Île-Verte says no one in town is voicing the likelihood that many of the missing are likely dead, despite it being more than 36 hours after the blaze. Retired police officer Pierre Fillion, who had a cousin and an aunt living in the residence and who lives nearby, said the tragedy had shaken the tightly knit community. "It's going to take a long time to start living normally," said Mr. Fillion, whose missing relatives are both in their 70s. Jean-Eudes Fraser told broadcaster CBC he rushed to the building, pulling himself up from the top of a ladder to help his mother, who was trapped on her balcony. But as the fire quickly spread, he realized the ladder was too short for him and his mother to climb down. "I had to decide if I was going to die with her or go back down myself," he told CBC. He said by the time he returned with a taller ladder, she was dead. "I had to make a decision. It was not easy." The worst ever fire in a Canadian nursing home occurred in Notre-Dame-du-Lac in Quebec, in 1969, when 54 people died.